Hello, my name is Roman. I am the founder of World to Rebuild Rural Ukraine Foundation and Travelite Agro company. Our goal is to help Ukrainian farmers learn new technologies worldwide. The difference is that before the war we were a purely commercial company, Travelite Agro. Right now we are acting partially as the charitable organization because many family farms in Ukraine have suffered serious losses from Russian aggression, from the war that is happening right now. Therefore, we are trying to support them as much as we can. As one of the projects that is meant to support the small farmers, family farms, and agricultural industry in general, is going to be the Field Agricultural Council. This is the event that is going to happen June 26th, July 11th, offline in Ukraine, visiting 7 farms whose information is going to be collected about what they do, what they grow, what are the conditions, what are the soil results, soil sample results, everything that we can collect. It will be collected before, and 8 to 10 experts, top world experts in entomology, fertility, scouting, microbiology, diseases, pests, and so on, will be coming as the consulting team to visit those 7 farms. Each of those 7 farms will show their fields, where the team of consultants, as well as the farmers' neighbors, and as well as the others who want to learn, will come into the field. And within one day, we plan to be able to visit 3 to 4 fields of each of the farmers. So there will be 7 farmers, within each of the farm 3 fields. And the most important point is, first of all, to teach the farmer, the audience, how to do field scouting. Second is to identify the current seasonal issues and to provide recommendations how to fix them, and also to improve the production system that is happening in this very farm by providing the recommendations and visions of experts, each of them having his or her own specialization. So this will be kind of like a medical council, working in each field with each patient separately. 2 of the consultants will be assigned to the farmer. They will be the leading consultants, and one of them is the university, the old school, so to say, fertility approach, and the other one is going to be the Albrecht approach, based on exchange capacity of the soil. So each of them will provide 2 visions on how to do best, to grow best these crops that the farmer is willing to grow under the conditions that they will inspect and see for themselves. And all the audience will learn the main key principles, the rules, how to move into the future being more effective. By the end of the tour, which is, by the way, as you can see right now on the map, is going to happen through the safe route, central Ukraine, far away from the front line, with all the precautionary measures in place, like the shelters, like the alarms. There will be a couple of vehicles traveling 24/7 with the foreigners. And by the end of this whole event, there will be a 3 days conference based on the 7th farm, the last farm. First day will also be devoted to the field scouting in that farm, and the other 2 days will be given time to our consultants who have come, who have inspected 6 farms before that, and this 7th farm fields as well. They will come up with some ideas on what is the most important problem for Ukrainians in their production, how to fix it, and how not to let it happen again. So again, field scouting the main principles of fertility from 2 schools, which is very important to compare what each of these schools propose and which approach fits you, and then to learn how to identify the thresholds of the problems, of the issues that are in the field, and how to fix them in the season. And in general, improving the production. That is very important, because only effectiveness of production can bring this additional resilience to our farmers that is so necessary for us to survive. And Ukraine is right now mostly dependent from the profit standpoint or budget forming standpoint on agricultural industry. This is now by far the most important budget forming industry in Ukraine. And not only that we feed 600 million people with our produce, it's also economical part which keeps our country alive. Of course, apart to all the help, aid coming from abroad, but that is temporary. Agriculture is our future. So our team and our partners who are going to be sponsoring the arrival of these people are inviting everyone who is willing to join as the audience or as the international agricultural, let's call it tourist, to come join, to listen to the world experts in the Ukrainian realities, in Ukrainian fields, to join this team that will be traveling through Ukraine 24/7 in the comfortable vehicle, Mercedes Sprinters, and first of all, learn a lot of interesting and important technological information on growing corn, soybean, wheat, sunflower, canola, and some minor niche crops as well. On soil tillage, because each of the field visits will be done in the soil pit, so you start from the tips of the root till the tips of the leaves and analyze all the plant in season. And of course, by the end at the conference, this will be a major networking that is going to provide you not only with the conclusions on what you have seen in the farms, but also with the possibility to communicate with at least 300 farmers. This is going to be the most scientific and practical teaching event in Ukraine this year, probably even since the start of the war. The event is supported by many businesses, by the Ministry of Agricultural Affairs, and the consultants have already agreed. If you join the group, you are not paying anything until you arrive to Warsaw. You will be the tourist arriving to Warsaw, where we pick you up. You will be responsible for your own flight ticket, so that you are arriving to Warsaw on the 26th of June and departing on the 11th of July. From there on, we pick you up and we take care of you. The price for this tour for all the days, turnkey, is going to be $3,000. That's including the food and lodging and everything. This is just covering the costs. It has no interest, no profit. The purpose of inviting everybody who is willing is to show how beautiful Ukraine is and why the Western civilized countries are supporting us, and why is it worth doing that, keep doing that in future. If you join the group, but once you are tired of field visits, every day we will have an alternative program with a separate vehicle, separate 2 coordinators who will be willing to take those who are fed up with the soil pits and plants on the agricultural or countryside tour in the area where the group will be located on that day. So there will be 7 farms and 6 farms and 3 days of the conference. So 9 days of work will have each of them an alternative program. And in the morning you decide whether you go into the field to see the new farmer, or you prefer to go to see amber mining or coffee mining. Yes, we have things like that. So a little bit of sightseeing and a lot of very useful information. That all is done for the benefit of farmers like you in Ukraine, starting from the small family farms who will be attending that and will learn a lot of from the number one people, and until the bigger companies that are paying the taxes into our budget and thus helping the resilience of our country. For Ukraine, this is very important. And we will make sure that the tour will be as safe as driving a highway. So, welcome to join on this Field Agricultural Council that is going to happen 26th of June until 11th of July, you arriving to Warsaw and departing from Krakow, Poland. See you there. And one final thing, there will be a family farm of Alexander Donchenko, who has suffered from Russian aggression, and he has a family. His son is ill, and nevertheless, he continues. He came back to his liberated village, and he continues to farm in the fields that have been mined. He's demining them himself, but he needs help in rebuilding his storage facility for the grain and machinery. So the purpose will be to collect donations so that we will be able to help him rebuild this facility, and all the collected money will be added to the rest that is needed will be added by our team in order to succeed in this project in this season. Thank you very much. May God bless you and your families.